Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, a Star Wars role-playing podcast. Season 2, Episode 36, Running the Meter. I'm your temporary host and HR rep at Starkiller Base, Bobby Abney. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast, featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. This week, I'd like to wish everyone out there a happy Pride Month. That goes out to our LGBT plus siblings who are out and proud, but also for those who are closeted, questioning, or oft overlooked. We see you, we support you, and we'd love to hear all of your stories. If you have something to say to the community, let us know on Twitter at morality_plays or on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster. Now is a great time to connect and share, so we'd love the chance to get to know our listeners better. Now, it's time to thank our Nerf Herder of the Week, Heather Canfield, and our Blaster Head of the Week, Liz Beatty. At this level, our patrons get access to our exclusive Patreon feed to listen to our episodes days early. Plus, Heather will get to name her own NPC on our show. Thank you, patrons. To be our next Blaster Head or Nerf Herder of the Week, be sure to subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. So, pull out your star bags of holding because we're returning to the crew of the Atheon, as they've just defeated a group of heavily armed thugs in front of the Hincreed-Ardees brewery. Open. Moff Spozak's intelligence log. After a mere 4 hours of attempting to work surreptitiously on Segura, the crew of the Atheon has outed themselves as agents of the New Republic Defense Force. Their attempts to return to anonymity after this incident have proven futile, resulting in an armed conflict outside of a local brewery. Now, with their enemies on high alert, the crew must continue their efforts to locate an ancient Jedi temple, which may hold the Kyber crystals they seek. Close. Intelligence log.
Alright, I will put my vibro axe away and calmly call for a taxi and finish my Italian dinner. Yeah.
Kamaya had basically just come to a knee, and she just sits there for a second, kind of lowers her blaster rifle, and just puts a hand on her knee, and just kind of pants for a second. We need to get out of here.
So much for keeping a low profile.
Okay, so now we can do the heals.
So it's strain. You guys are going to heal an amount of strain equal to a roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go ahead and do that.
What was... The roll was cool, right?
So I get +1.
Cool. I believe we're rolling cool, right? It was cool.
I think it should be mechanics for me, personally, but...
It's cool
discipline.
or vigilance or something? It's one of those.
I think it's cool or discipline?
There you go. Yeah, sounds good.
Maybe? I'm rolling cool.
And I did take some wounds, so I can also do a med check.
I got 2 successes and a triumph to heal strain. I assume the triumph doesn't actually do anything for me
I'll
right
give you
now.
2 more strain for the triumph. Or
I failed abysmally to be cool.
I think it's cool or discipline.
So that's gonna be 5 recovered for me.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you very much.
S4M does not recover any strain.
oh.
Also, S4M, would you mind doing a group medicine check?
Sure, I would be happy to medicine everybody. Medical emergency.
I can contribute 1 yellow, 1 green.
I have 2 yellows, 2 green.
Don't even ask me. It's not,
Wow.
It's not even...
It's pretty rude.
Not even helpful.
Well, I think I was the only one to take a wound, right?
Yeah, you got shot.
Yeah.
So what's the difficulty on this, or do I just roll it?
I think you just roll it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll bring up the rules.
And I think I get to recover those 2 advantages and strain.
Yeah, heal strain equal to
so
advantages.
it's one difficulty. So 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Well, still, I'll take it. It's 1 more strain.
So you heal 2 wounds and 1 strain?
Yeah. Oh, does that mean I also... No, medicine wouldn't do me any good.
Kamaya appears to be bruised and scratched up from having concrete fall on her and getting hit by a speeder twice.
Yep, your hip is killing you.
But she doesn't really, point it out. She gets up and she goes to start inspecting the bodies of the people that we just killed.
You gotta jump over a little bit, but if you take your time, you can, get across it.
Yeah, I'll take my time.
There are 6 bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They all have some pretty light little rifles, like we might think of them as little almost
carbines.
Yeah, little submachine gun carbine kind of, they didn't pack a big punch. You find that there are 3 combeads total, and there is 1 more thermal detonator on all of them.
1 more thermal detonator total, or
Total.
each of them has 1?
Total.
Okay. So I'll take the thermal detonator. I'll grab the
And it's a
combeads.
first order thermal detonator, right?
It is a first order thermal detonator.
You're putting that on your sheet, Bobby?
Sure.
Okay.
I was probably going to come give it to Remy, though.
Well, I mean, I have some, so it wouldn't be bad for you to have one either. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it down.
Under their clothes, they're wearing these laminated plate armor that actually have a few scorch marks in them already, outside of what you hit.
Okay.
And they have wallets.
Okay. I take the wallets.
They have cred chips, and they have personal identification, and all these other things. They also have normal civilian comms.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think
Yeah, I was gonna say
all the comms and wallets.
Check what all the compare all the comms and that what I had previously seen to that, and the one that was blinking.
So, you're looking through it, and something doesn't quite feel right. Each one of them has a normal civilian comm, and then there were 3 of those comm beads, and they have dried blood, especially in the nooks and crannies of the eye comms.
Sorry.
That's
Another taxi roars by.
And runs into another one, and there's a horrible echoing like thunder.
Yeah, and one of the first order beads is blinking.
Yeah, and if Remy's still getting doctored at the time, Kamaya would still grab all of those things of interest, including the blinking comm bead and other comm beads and the wallets, and she would take that to him. Hey, found something.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
And another car hit a sneezing man.
Civilian sneezes, as they're calling the cops.
S4 clearly is trying to work on his relatability protocols.
He pretends to sneeze.
Yeah.
He plays the sound effect of sneezing. Except he stays perfectly still, which is even creepier. So S4M, still dressed in his star Hawaiian shirt and his... because he didn't actually take any physical damage.
Nope.
So I think he's just kind of sparking in several places because his system is getting strained. But his outfit is fine. He's deactivated his shield, and he was trying to do something about all of the strain damage he has, but it's not working. And I think he's going to flag us down a taxi while you all collect this information.
We do take the cred chips.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Presuming all the taxis haven't skedaddled from the area. I mean, what's a little shooting?
You're going to have to wait till it calms down enough for one to come back around.
No.
Yeah.
Can we order a taxi?
Oh gosh. Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, he will order a taxi then.
Okay, it'll be there in a few minutes.
All right.
And
Here, Remy?
this one looks like a first order combi. And it's blinking.
Remy, you know...
That's me.
You know that that's probably a distress location beacon setting. It's not transmitting, it's not receiving audio or any kind of recording. It's like the locator was hit on it.
Oh, so there's not like a call.
You could, but it's not on right. It's not being called or calling right now.
Is it transmitting a distress signal? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, distress and location.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me 1 second to consult my notes. Hopefully I took some notes last week.
Notes? That doesn't sound like us.
I've got notes.
Okay, that's not like me.
Okay, what was the guy that I tried to put a bug on?
Kamaya did, right?
No, I tried.
No, it was him. And then he ended up, that guy or somebody ended up catching up to me and put a bug on me later. But,
Right.
It's fine. It doesn't
and then
really
they bugged
matter.
our comms. But do we recognize any of the dead guys as people from the meeting?
Yes.
is one of them the guy
Aw.
who Remy tried to bug?
Yes.
Was he the
Okay.
one with the pinstripe suit on?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured that.
Oh, we just halved that poor group of the Third Resurrection of Twilight.
Oh no! Our poor buddy.
So I go to S4 and S4. We're gonna need a second cab.
All right, I will order us another cab, Captain.
What do you mean we need a second cab?
This light is the distress beacon. So
Ah,
You gonna
Griff.
put the distress beacon in the other cab, Captain?
exactly.
All right.
All right, 2 cabs show up.
Well,
You
police
notice
do
that the
not have a
frequent-
rapid response team around here.
You notice that the frequency of the blips is getting faster.
I need you to actually go pick up my friend at, and I give him the location of another building way across town in the opposite direction we're going. It's John Smith's son,
Jingleheimer Smith, yes.
Jingleheimer Smith.
Money first.
Sure.
Here you go. And I
We-
give him a
oh,
handful
we
of
pay him-
credits from the people.
Yeah,
who
we
just,
pay him with the
the
cred
loot?
chips from the guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
with the loot, yeah.
And
Alright.
there's a little extra in there for your trouble.
He scans it. All right.
Whatever you say, boss. Yeah.
The speeder starts to take off in a random direction for John Jingleheimer Schmidt.
As I put the
Son.
and I of course I dropped the comm beat in there.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I might like to do it. Well, that's fine. Whatever. I'll just drop it in there.
Okay.
As he zooms off, then we get in the other cab. Where are we going? Actually,
The other direction, Captain.
I thought you had a plan.
yeah. I think we actually need to go back to the ship because
You did not wish to go to
we-
the old folks' home?
that's exact. Is that on
Wait.
planet?
Wait, why are we going to an old folks' home?
Excuse me, the old Scythians' home.
Is that on planet?
Yes.
That was my impression, Captain.
See, I thought it was somewhere else, but
I'm so lost.
Kamaya's lost. You guys never got a chance to explain this to me.
That's right.
Y'all didn't catch her up.
Well, I mean, it's kind of your
Yeah.
fault. You're the one who brought friends.
I look at the
Bear
gyro.
with us a moment, Kamaya.
Is there a White Dwarf Acres retirement home around?
Oh, I'm so glad you remember the name. I don't think. I did write it down. Okay.
Yep, White Dwarf Acres.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We need to go there to see a friend.
Okay. Yeah, I know where the White Acres burbs are. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's probably yeah. He puts it into Star Google. Yeah. Okay.
It's probably in that tower. Yes.
Yeah. Give me a group perception.
Oh, now you get a blue for this.
Oh, okay.
Blue.
Difficulty?
2.
I have a green and a yellow.
I think
Green
I
and a
have
yellow.
3 green.
So we should have 2 green, a yellow, and a blue.
A blue.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll it then?
I'll roll it.
All right, go for it.
What's the difficulty?
2.
2.
Success and an advantage.
Okay, they're doing all this. They're talking to the guy, and you're looking out the window, and you see that speeder that you guys sent off in a random direction. All of a sudden, you see 2 TIE interceptors bear down on it, and you can tell that they're saying something over, like they're trying to calm it or like loudspeaker it, and it slows down. All of a sudden, the taxi tries to bolt, and they light it up, and it explodes in a ball of fire.
So much for keeping a low profile.
Oh, Criff. Remy, you seeing this?
Parking
Yikes.
tickets, I'm sure.
No ticket.
Whoa.
They peck pretty hard around here.
Kamaya doesn't say much, but she does kind of get a little sinking in her stomach, and continues to watch to see if they follow.
They do not seem to be.
Okay.
Those look like first order ships.
I mentioned, I try to mention casually to the cabbie.
What?
Did you see that?
No, I was looking at my Mita.
2 TIE fighters just swooped down and blew that taxi cab out of the sky.
We're going somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys keep the other 2 beads?
We should try to tap into them.
Not now, we don't.
What's up?
I hand them over to S4 and say, make sure they're not tracking us with these.
As S4 drops them out the window.
I was thinking he just crushes them in his hand and then drops them out the window, but okay.
They are not following us with these, Captain.
Would you
Good work.
actually like me to slice them?
No, hey, you can do whatever you want. I just
Okay,
didn't want them
then
to be
in
lighting us up
fact,
like that.
S4M will look at them for a second, look at you, crush them in his hands, and then drop them out the door, and then close the gull-wing door.
They are not going to follow us, Captain.
I try to say quietly, while the taxi cab driver's sitting up there.
What? What? Alright.
There was a bachelor party at the beer brewery, at the Space Star Brewery. We are trying to avoid them. They were obnoxious.
Oh, yeah. People get all silly when they get that Jawa juice in them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Hold on. Boo.
And S4M's heavy body is slammed into the back of the cushioned seating, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Cushion.
He gets pressed into the cushioned seating because he can't really stop himself.
So you guys have a bit of a little drive ahead of you. You guys should start to exposition at Kamaya.
Yeah.
So, no Sheb, there we were.
So, okay, seriously though, why are we going to retirement home?
I don't think now would be a good time.
There's a little. You can close the little privacy window.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, sure.
S4M activates his white noise function.
He just looks at you, puts his little robot head 2 inches from you.
S4M needs a white noise function. That's a great thing to have.
I'm gonna do it like
it's a medical privacy thing. That's what
Get Smart.
Yes,
Like
yes.
the cone
of silence. Yes, I was exactly thinking
what?
the cone of silence. I can't hear you. Let's take off the cone of silence.
I can't hear you. I think we should take down the cone of silence.
Cone of silence. That's right.
We're old. All right, go ahead.
We're terrible.
We met someone in the brewery that can help us, but he is in need of our help as well. He has a friend that's being held captive, sort of, at this retirement home. So we need to go see if we can get his friend out of there, basically.
Okay.
And in exchange, he will assist us.
Stay, or if we want to case the place and come back, is yet to be seen.
I believe we have also promised to abscond with both of them from this planet, Captain.
Yes, that too.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I don't know if casing and taking it slow is a good idea at the moment.
I
Things
think
are already
we just
pretty hot.
went loud in the vernacular.
Things are already pretty hot. I think we should probably, do the job as fast as we can, right? Find the person.
Yeah.
Get him going. What's their name? Are they just checked into the retirement home?
That was my understanding. They are called Phyphon.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
S4, give me a hard with a black die perception.
You still get a blue die from me.
I still get a blue die from working, yes. Do we want to use one of our 5 light side points on this? Or do we want to keep Ito from using any dark side points?
I don't know. The light side points are there to be used.
Alright, I'll use one.
Yay.
1 success, 1 advantage.
You're picking up that there... So you destroyed the comms.
Mm-hmm.
You're picking up that there is an open comm in your vicinity. You're getting a weird feedback thing when you spit out your white noise.
Oh, I'm getting feedback. I can hear somebody's comm is open?
You're getting this... Because the white noise you're putting out is very weird, you can sense that there's kind of a weird electrical fault when something tries to pick up that frequency, and you can sense that something is broadcasting.
Do I think it's the taxi cab? Like their dispatcher unit or something?
No, you're looking at that privacy window and you're like, the storyteller is definitely telling you that's fine.
Okay. I would like to start searching Kamaya without permission.
Well,
Great.
I give you permission. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Perception or streetwise? This is totally streetwise, right?
I'm just curious how you go about this.
That's a melee. That's 2 purple.
Okay, I can do melee. I'm trying to scan Kamaya specifically to see with my different vision modes and sensors. I think she's been bugged. Because I don't think either of us have been bugged. I would have noticed it sooner. Or such as S4M's supposition.
Okay.
How would you like me to go check?
How would you like to go... What are you doing to check her?
Like, my first inclination is S4M randomly starts patting down Kamaya, but I don't know that actually would help me find the comm broadcaster. And S4M's going to do that just for the sake of patting down Kamaya.
Your scans and stuff.
Yeah, I could use. I'll use my scanning system. My I guess my medical sensors would help with this. I'm looking for specific. Well, no, that's designed to look into flesh and.
You got your.
Oh, I have a sensor suite. Yeah,
you got your cybernetic thing in, so you. Can
I got my cybernetic sensor suite.
You scan
back,
for like electronics and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Would you like me to do computers or?
No, perception still.
Perception still good? Okay. May I have a blue die for my sweet?
Yes.
My sweet.
Yes.
And you get one from me still.
I can get one for
It
you.
just says allies within short range. It doesn't say once per turn.
I think we're in within
or
short
anything,
range if we're sitting in a taxi cab together. A star taxi cab.
And as we're all sitting here, and as you're doing that, apparently Kamaya is talking to Remy about all this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so they're in a retirement home. So we just get the person and walk out? Is there a reason that they were stuck here?
2 failures, 2 advantages.
You don't.
I don't find it.
No, you don't.
You find the other bug.
Um.
And he know for sure that there is a bug, but he can't figure out where it is.
He knows there's something transmitting. His first assumption was that you were bugged.
But then he thinks not.
He couldn't find it.
Yeah. All right. You know that the first
The
order...
wallets. I think the wallets are bugged next.
Sure, yeah, all right. You think it's some of the gear that she took off of the...
Right. I think it's stuff that they took off of the agents.
Yep.
It's the same roll?
Well, what are you doing? Because you can ask her for those things.
Oh, yes. They're holding on to them, yes?
Yeah.
S4M will interrupt you and say, something is transmitting. May I see all the things you collected?
Yeah.
And I will start...
I think at this point it's just the wallets. I don't think she actually collected like the guns
detonator.
or anything. Oh, yeah. There's a thermal detonator.
It's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth thermal detonator.
They do. You can't set those off remotely.
Oh no.
Dark side point. Click.
And there's just a backdrop, and suddenly a backdrop of the city, and we following the taxi cab, and then boom.
And let's
the gull-wing doors blow out, and da-da, da-da.
Not all stories are satisfying. Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Well, it's not like we ended in the middle of a
a Sopranos ending. That's nice.
Yes, Sopranos ending.
So you start going through them. Thermal detonator seems fine. It does have blood on it, older blood on it. You go through the wallets, and you do a. Is there forgery? Something. Do like
skullduggery?
Yeah, give me a skullduggery.
Okay, I'm not horrible at that. Difficulty?
Easy.
2 failures, 2 advantages.
How is not horrible one?
Yeah, that's kind of horrible.
That's as bad as it could be. There isn't
I'm sorry,
any
no, that's
worse
supposed
that
to be
you
2.
could be at that.
I'm sorry, that is supposed to be 2.
Okay.
I apologize. Let me
reroll it.
Let me roll 1. No, let me just roll 1.
Reroll it.
Reroll it? Okay.
Reroll it.
3 successes and a threat.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I must not have hit the green twice.
So, these are not
obvious forgeries. These are not?
These are not forgeries.
Okay.
The amount of work that it would take to do these forgeries, if they were forgeries, would be needless. Each one has their own address. Each one has their own subway punch card. Each one of them has, like there's lots of
there's a whole life in here.
Information, yeah. You do see each one of them has a small electronic key card, kind of, cred chip kind of key card with a single symbol in the bottom right-hand corner.
Do I recognize said symbol?
You do not. It looks like a kind of a falling star or a comet punching through something. It doesn't. It's kind of an abstraction. So.
And this is on their credit cards?
There's a specialized card, like a specialized key card that's just all black except for this one symbol in the bottom right hand corner in white.
Does this appear to be broadcasting something?
No.
All right.
You are impressed. Their wallets are RFID blocking.
Huh. That is impressive. They sprung for the good wallets. I would like to analyze but I have not found anything broadcasting, correct?
Nope.
I would like to analyze the blood on the dried blood on the thermal detonator.
Okay.
Medicine?
Sure. What are you also looking for?
Try to figure out what kind of blood it is, how old it is.
Okay.
2 yellow, 2 green. Difficulty?
1 and a black.
3 successes, an advantage, and a triumph.
Oh gosh. Okay. The blood
let me
seems to
medicine.
be about 2 weeks old. Humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I know this guy's blood.
You can
This
see
is Joe's blood.
you notice that the blood actually is it's under the spoon of the grenade, effectively. So, which means it must have been just doused in blood. It just must,
Yeah, to have gotten up in there.
to get up there and has been kind of wiped clean, badly.
Alright, I'll file that information away for later. I'm not able to locate what is broadcasting, but something is broadcasting and it is not the taxi cab.
Everybody check your comms.
I check my comm.
Your comm is not on.
It's not on. I check to make sure there's not any little extra bit attached to it or anything like that. Because they did say, I believe they have told me, in like the moment right as I got there, that our comms are bugged.
Yes, I did tell you that. And I think I wrote it on a data pad and showed it to you so that I didn't say anything. I start looking at the necklace I have and the hat.
Maybe you should scan Remy too.
Okay, I'll scan Remy.
Oh,
I'll start looking over Remy.
All of his weird cyberware is weird. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I cannot seem to find what is transmitting.
Should we not go back to the ship until we can find it?
Well, if it is transmitting, it's likely they know where we're headed. We should simply be ready.
Okay.
Also, I would like to power down for a little while. I'm having a lot of trouble with my internal systems.
He immediately powers down.
The red lights go out in his eyes.
Ooh, weird.
Okay.
Little hourglasses turn in his eyes.
Stand by.
As he suddenly just powers himself down, Kamaya looks over to Remy and is just like, I don't like this.
Droids powering themselves down. What's next? They'll take our jobs.
Don't like what?
All this, it went downhill real fast. Apparently there's something going on that we can't find, and there's some person at a retirement home who's keeping them captive. Or should we not say?
We probably shouldn't say.
Okay.
All right. After about another, 20 minutes, you get to the White Dwarf District, and you see the White Dwarf retirement facility. It's about 15-story building. Each one of them, around the edge of each striation of the floor, there's a nice little fake greenery, that way that fake plants look impossibly green with a little hint of yellow, especially in the city sprawl you see at every level. And you can see people walking around and, in cliche bathrobes. If you squint really hard, it looks like there's a whole bunch of really old Jedi walking around because they're in bathrobes.
Okay.
And you come in for a landing. On the roof.
As we flew, Kamaya decided to just stay quiet for a while, and she was like, just kind of fidgeting with her gun, kind of cleaning and making sure it was ready for if we got attacked again.
Also, I remember why he's being held captive and basically who by, but that's it. I didn't take very good notes last time, so
He also didn't tell us a whole lot.
Weird.
yeah, he didn't tell us a lot. But I mean, like, I don't even have his friend's name.
His name is Fytham.
Oh yeah. Okay.
S4 powers back up.
Just in time to explain.
Yeah.
Do the droid healing patches, that only works on damage, right? It doesn't work on strain.
That is correct.
Yeah, I have some of those patches, but I never seem to use them. Well, that's not true. I used one in the Mandalorian facility.
So, as the taxi speeder slows down and lands, there's only 24 little parking spots on top of this building. It's pretty squat, not these towering, massive titans that are the majority of this planet's surface. It's pretty small. I think I said, what did I say, 40? I don't remember. It's not super big, right? It's big as we would think of it in downtown. As it lands, you see there's a few like luxury speeders parked on top of it. You don't see any people, and you see a ramp going down from the rooftop into the building itself.
Just to recap, we do know the person's name. We do know sort of the group that's holding him, but
We don't know what they look like or where exactly they are.
right.
I would like to do a star Google search for for a nonprofit group that goes around and visits people in retirement homes.
What?
We're at a retirement home and we
Yes.
need a reason to be here. I'm coming up with cover.
Oh. Okay, sure.
And if it's one that they're familiar with, then it'd be like, oh, yeah, you guys are new from this place. That's great.
Sure.
From the Resurrection of Twilight?
The Resurrection of Twilight. Let's not bring them into this.
They just lost half their congregation.
That's right, they just lost half the congregation.
Well,
They're
just
in
wait till
mourning.
they find out where, how it started. They're gonna lose the other half.
Oh,
Sure, you come up with a cover.
cool.
What are they called?
The second resurrection of Twilight.
Oh, it's got to be annoyingly cheerful. It's called the Sunshine Project or something. It's just these annoying groups of people who are just so cheerful all the time.
These are star candy stripers.
They're just coming in to spend time and they play games and listen to stories and things. And that's all.
You share this idea with your crewmates?
Yeah. So, yeah, we could just be from this group that's going to go visit people. I mean, if we're not supposed to be able to take them out, we need to find a way to get in and talk to people.
Are you all talking about killing somebody?
What? No.
Sorry, this privacy glass got opened up somehow.
No.
We're here to do volunteer work.
Oh no. At this place? Alright.
Why not
We
at
did
this
not.
place?
We got the short straw.
Wait, what's wrong with this place?
I didn't hear nothing.
The maximum security old folks home.
Alright, just pay me and I'll be on my way.
You know, you taxi cab drivers all seem to sound alike.
That's weird, huh?
It's the
Yeah.
taxi cab voice. All right. Yeah, we'll pay him. Go.
Alright. He will bugger right off.
I do a quick scan of to see, is this really just is this really just a retirement home? I don't understand, basically, why was he making it such a big deal?
Mm-hmm.
This is just a retirement home.
I would like to check the HoloNet.
That's also good.
Alright, 2 separate rolls.
Okay. What are they?
Remy, you're going to roll me a perception at 3 difficulty and a black die. S4, you're going to Google it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need 4 difficulty.
Okay.
I got 1 advantage.
4 successes, 4 threats.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
You did. It was computers, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, S4, you notice... Gosh.
I mean, I'm not doing like a detailed thing here. I mean, 3. I'm just gonna say 3 difficulty and a black seems excessive for what I wanted.
Yes.
Like, I'm just making sure this isn't like there are no guards. There's not like fence with razor wire.
There are no guards. There are no fences with razor wire. There's something that you might have been able to see that was pretty well hidden. So for you, everything seems...
That's fine, but,
Things seem eerie.
I kind of assumed that there would be something hidden that I wouldn't see. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't...
What with it being hidden?
So it does appear to be just a regular retirement home.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really all I was looking for.
S4, you notice that there are gaps in information on the... Not HoloNet. What is it here?
Yeah, I think
it's the HoloNet.
And there's gaps of information about this place on the HoloNet. You notice that it has the normal footprint that it should have, but at the same time, you can't find how... it doesn't seem like there is any way to admit or actually to set up a meeting or come, see someone. It's all put there to look normal on the surface. Also, it looks like...
cross-referencing it against other old folks' homes, something seems off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You do find that this kind of... that it was taken under new management about 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when a lot of the changes happened.
What was the name of the company?
It looks like that's hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Captain, I think this is a First Order black site.
Why do you say that?
The HoloNet has a appropriate footprint for such a location, but about 7 years ago, management changed and the information was changed. Now a lot of information is hidden. There's no way to schedule appointments to visit with anyone. There's no list of the type of facilities that they provide for people. There's a bunch of stock shots of old people looking happy. And I'm pretty sure that's the same people in 3 of the... Yes, those are the same sentients in 3 of the pictures. They're wearing the same clothes, and it looks like it was taken on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that could just be poor marketing, but it seems unlikely.
Yeah, I think there's some other stuff going on here than what everything we can see. So let's
I look
let's keep our guard
for
up.
security cameras.
What?
I look for security cameras. Are there sensors or security cameras?
You're going to have to give me the same roll Remy did.
Okay.
But you get a blue die because you're...
Because you're helping, yeah. A yellow and a green, and it was 4?
It was 3. You were 4.
3?
3 purple, 1 black.
2 successes.
What?
Oh, I had a black die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
2 successes.
All right. So you do notice some pretty sophisticated surveillance equipment hidden in the corners. Pretty well done. They look like they have been bored into the side of the Duracrete as to not leave cordage anywhere. They also
so nothing's showing.
Yeah, they also are actually whenever you looks like Remy would look for them, that a shutter would close over it and mask where it looks like, and would only unshutter when nothing was looking at it directly.
Observing it.
Yeah, pretty
It has
sophisticated
active
stuff.
camouflage.
Yeah.
Captain, there is some significantly well-hidden security and surveillance equipment built into this structure.
All
It is designed to hide itself when people are looking for it. I was only able to follow it because of the hidden power trail. The power trail was not as well hidden. Duracrete does warm up very slightly.
Okay, so if you can't make appointments to go see anybody...
We may have to break in, Kamayo.
Right. While being surveilled.
Yes. Shall I call the taxi ahead of time?
Couldn't hurt.
So we're gonna need to find the specific the
Person, yes.
Yeah.
If we can gain access to the computer records, I might be able to find them.
Go in and wing it?
Sounds like.
Alright,
I
let's
would
go.
prefer not to, but it seems I am outvoted.
Well, we are definitely open to suggestions.
Is there a yard or anything that we can see? Like a...
Each level
Go
has
outside
like
area?
a kind of faux yard around the edge of it.
Well, one thought is that I could attempt to access the security network that they have very carefully hidden. Through that, I might be able to gain access to more information about the facility and how it is currently being operated. That is one strategy, but it would likely be very clear that we're slicing in.
let's see.
I was hoping there was a general facility of a yard where they bring everyone, but since this is apparently more like a prison camp, that seems unlikely. Oh, we could get a taxi cab and ram it. That seems to be everybody else's strategy around here. Although securing transport to get out of here might not be the worst idea, since we will likely have to leave in a hurry.
You said there's some ships here, right?
There's a few speeders. Luxury speeders.
Great. What about those?
Shall I try to acquire one of them, Captain? While the two of you work on trying to find Phi-Fon? It's your call, Captain.
To get a ride out of here later. Let's and we're probably gonna need your help with the computers to locate this Phi-Fon.
That is a good point, Captain.
So let's proceed that way.
We go down.
Okay. So you start walking down the ramp. S4, you know what to look for, so you spot these at the periphery of your sensor scan. You're able to spot these cameras every, about 10 feet or so, put in very specific little places. You get up to a door system that looks way more reinforced than it would have any normal right to be. But it opens up easily as you approach it.
Does this building or anything we've seen so far have the symbol of a falling star on it?
Where are you looking?
Just at the building in general, on the door, or
No.
Nothing like that. Okay,
No.
Just checking. On the dead bodies we're about to make.
So you go down, and the doors open, and you see a little reception desk. And there is no one there.
Does the reception
Great.
desk have
That's
a terminal?
actually perfect. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, my friend.
Alright. Does the reception desk have a terminal then?
It does.
Alright. I will computers this.
4 and 2 black.
And I'm going to use another one of our light side points if nobody minds.
Yep, I was going to suggest that.
Is there a card reader or anything that these cards that those guys had might fit into?
Here, no.
No. 4 successes and 5 threats. Well, I might have tripped the security system.
But you found him.
But I found him. I found something.
All right, so yeah, you find that this location is less than a quarter full of individuals, and you find that Phyphon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find that Phyphon is one of on the lower levels. He has a little room, and you see that there is supposed to be personnel here, right? It has like hours and moments and checklists and all that kind of seems very, 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 very.
Somebody might have
down.
Shot them and vibroaxed them all, though.
You don't see any signs of struggle anywhere.
I meant us earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, you do see that whatever happens on this terminal could be seen on other terminals.
But nobody seems to be here at the moment,
That's
or at least not that we can tell.
That is correct.
Huh. All right, but what information do I find about Phyphon? Do I have an image? Do I have data about what race they are? And
yeah, Phyphon is a pretty elderly. What are they called? What is Han? He's actually technically
he's a Corellian.
Yeah, it's a very elderly Corellian.
Male?
Yes.
Anything else about him?
Very specific dietary requirements.
Does it look like he has an illness?
No, doesn't look like he's getting any extra specific medical treatment. There is a medical droid for that level that does rounds. You do see reference to Chohif in its personal files, but no detail. You just see that it's referenced.
It's not like listed under next of kin or anything.
Yeah. And once you're in it, you actually do see. You do see at the bottom of his file, you do see that same symbol.
Mm-hmm.
If you open up somebody else's file, you see that there's a different symbol on some of them.
Okay. What are the other symbols like?
Another symbol looks like a little starburst. Another one looks like a single wing on a backdrop of black. Just, weird little symbols.
So they look like the Star Wars dice symbols? There's a little starburst. There's a little
is there a wing?
Triangle shape on black.
I guess so. They're just kind of those little clip art.
It could
pictures.
be argued that the comet looks like our triumph symbol.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Not intentional.
So it's Star Wars dice symbols.
It was not intentional.
Not intentional.
And there's a map of the facility. I can find my way down there now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Does it say that somebody's off shift, or did we catch them in between shifts? Is that why there's nobody around, or there's no indication why nobody's here?
There's no indication why someone shouldn't be here.
Does it look like anybody else is actively using any of the panels on this system?
Yes.
Someone is watching. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. S4M looks up, because I presume he bent down slightly to interact with the computer, and S4M says, I have located Phyphon. He is a Corellian, a human. He is rather old, and he has some very interesting dietary restrictions, but that will have to wait. More importantly, I have found where he is located, I have a map, I can lead us there, and we are being actively monitored, so we should go.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's get this done.
Have you seen any of these symbols before, Captain?
And I will reproduce them on a datapad and show them to him as we walk along.
Ooh, give me a knowledge underworld.
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be tuna black.
Haha! I have street smarts, which means I remove 1 black per rank of street smarts from streetwise or knowledge underworld check.
Haha!
1 success, 1 threat.
So these look like... You have basic knowledge of a lot of things that happen in the core and stuff like that. You recognize some of these as planetary gangs. Some of these gangs got off planet and actually have operations outside of this world. And that's probably the ones that you know of. You know, the ones that have branched out a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, these are planetary gang symbols.
Okay, I relate that.
Do you know which gang this is?
And I indicate the falling star punching through something symbol.
Yeah, they're kind of more opportunistic gang. They're called the Embered Glare. They're a very opportunistic gang. They don't typically hold a lot of turf. They kind of deal with functions of other gangs. So when you've seen them, they like if a hut does something, and they are stretching themselves thin, they might employ one of these other gangs to hold up and to do some of the smaller tasks that don't have a big profit margin.
Are they only here, or are they off planet as well?
They're off planet as well.
Yeah, that symbol is for the Embered Glare gang. They are kind of I would say somewhere around a mid-level gang that frequently does jobs for other gangs and sometimes as an intermediary between gangs.
So the First Order is operating through intermediaries. That would make sense. They can just throw money at the problem. I'm wondering if the people here all have different symbols associated with them. I wonder if they're holding different people captive so that they can force the gangs to help them.
Potentially.
I don't know why they wouldn't just throw money at the problem, though.
Or maybe the gangs are already working with them, and those symbols are which gangs are keeping which people hostage.
Well, that could also be a possibility.
Anyway, let's get this guy and get out of here.
I'm moving as fast as I can, Captain.
As we stroll down the hall, we are, of course, keeping a lookout for guards and any other threats.
Right. You proceed through the building. It's quiet, eerily quiet. You actually do approach some of the rooms on the uppermost floor that actually had designations that people were in those, but you still have not seen a single person in the hall. Security. You don't even see the medical droid. You appear to be able to proceed down through the building unhampered.
Then we do.
All right. You notice that there's no turbo lifts here. It looks like that on the outer... there's almost a ring around each floor. Not at the very edge, but a little closer in, tucked in, of an always moving, almost escalator-type walkway. That's a very smooth ramp that are always moving in opposite directions, so you can ride them up and down. From a technical standpoint, this is terrible. Especially if
this would be a good place to ambush us.
Yes. So you're able to step on the platform and slowly ride it down the floors as you go.
I'd like to think it plays elevator music anyway, though.
Oh, yeah. Once it senses that there's pressure enough for something to be standing there.
Yeah. It's an old folks home, though, so it's jazz music.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Since we've established that jizz is for old people.
You start riding down, and a whole bunch of rooms lit up. A lot of them are vacant, though. And as you make your way down, you start to see signs that there were people who had moved in a rush. You see things knocked over. You even find a single charge pack lying on the ground.
This is not auspicious, Captain.
No, it's not.
I think they have vacated the place. But we should check anyway.
Yep. Let's keep going.
You finally get to the floor that Phi-Fon should be on. You step off of the escalating double helix ramp. And as your feet rest on the ground, you notice that it is impeccably clean. And you see that in the entire corridor of rooms, there are only about 3 that are lit up, and you know that Phyphon...
There should be more people here than that.
...is at the end. Oh, yeah, they have plenty of room. If this were an actual retirement home, it would be full. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense to have it.
Right. But I think we've already established it isn't actually a retirement home. All right, we'll head towards the door, yes?
Yes.
You head towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think.
I'm holding onto my blaster rifle.
The door does not automatically open. You see that it has a small metal plate that you would press either a card or some kind of biometrics to it to unlock it.
All right, we use one of the cards with the little combat symbol on it we found on the dead guys.
All right. You press your card against the plate, and the door and then slides open.
We use the red card.
And you see 2 individuals with heavy blaster rifles leveled at you. At the same time, multiple doors open to your left and right along the hallways.
Ah, I see you're busy, and I try to close the door.
Sorry, wrong room.
Wrong room.
All right. What all is here? How many people are we looking at?
So you see in front of you 2 impeccably dressed individuals with massive goofy rifles.
Oh, they're not even bothering with the carbines anymore.
No, not these 2. And then along the sides, you start to see popping their head out. You see people who are dressed as like orderlies and receptionists and, janitorial staff and stuff like that.
And they're all armed.
Every single one of them is armed. Mostly with small blaster pistols.
So we huck a thermal detonator into the room and turn to fight the other guys, I guess? Or is this they're going to try to capture us scene?
And they ask you to step inside the room.
If you insist.
As you step in, you see Phyphon sitting at a little table with a pretty mechanically impressive wheelchair underneath him, going through some paperwork. And you find that that they direct you to a set of to sit on a little bed next to the table. Phyphon, after a little while, takes off a pair of spectacles that I didn't narrate that he was wearing, puts them on the desk in front of him, looks up. I believe we need to have a conversation about a mutual acquaintance. All right, someone do the music for me.
Ta-da!
Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster or on Twitter at morality_plays. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes and visit our Patreon on patreon.com/moralityplays. No Match for a Blaster is a podcast by Morality Plays. Star Wars Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin MacLeod, sound effects by Tristan Logren, Vidus, and Akimov. I would like to thank my amazing GM, Ito, as well as the other players, Brandon playing Remy Drobash, and Gerald playing S4M3L. And of course, I'd like to thank you, our listeners. We'll see you again soon, in a galaxy far, far away.